Hi, hello everyone. Who all are here? Put a thumbs up in the chat box so I know who is here. And let me know if my voice is coming out clearly. Oh, hi Aman, good to see you here. We'll wait a few minutes for people to join in. 5 people are watching, that's good. Artist B2, I keep forgetting your name, I'm really sorry. But thank you for joining again. Rajesh, hi. Kaushik, good to see you. People joining my live. We'll be drawing a few poses today. Hi Unali, good to see you back. Okay, for today's live stream, I have my wife Kishori besides me, and she'll be monitoring the chat box and the live stream. So, Kishori, say hi to everyone.
Hi guys.
Okay, everyone, I think my voice is clear today. So, let's just start. We will switch to the drawing cam, and this is one of my few first live streams, so if things go wrong, do let me know. So let's start. So the whole point of doing this live stream is to show you all my process of drawing characters and to promote my book here. It's called Creating Characters. It's a 100-page book, and I'm almost 75% done making it, and a few pages are left for which I'm drawing on live for you. So it's just an added bonus for seeing my whole process. So just to break you down, the book contains 3 parts, that is drawing, designing and presentation. Drawing and designing is out right now and it's 72 pages long, and if you get the book, it's an ebook for now. And if you get the book, the PDF will contain parts 1 and 2, and when part 3 is done, I'll be adding on to the PDF. And also there will be a print version after I'm finished with the creation of the book, and after the book is done, I will only keep that one for pre-orders. So if anyone wants a hard copy, I will make it available after the book is ready. And I am very happy that I have sold 96 copies of the book, and just 4 away to making an even 100, and I'm very excited for that. And if any of you find this book interesting, want to work on the skills of drawing characters, please get this book. Okay, so for that, today we are going to, if people from you have seen my previous live stream, it was about drawing a turnaround of a character. Today we'll draw the same character in different poses. So what poses look like is, on the left here I have this image open from Pinterest, uh, but that such images, this is called a character pose sheet, and you can use this pose sheet to create poses for your own character. Now you can use a pose sheet or even live references, photos, for creating poses. So today, uh, this is a pose sheet that I have drawn for a basic character in the proportions of my cartoon character.
Unali says she already purchased the ebook.
He.
Sorry, he.
Okay, thank you, Unali. I already knew that. So this this what you see here is the basic character proportions of my cartoon characters. So if you can see the this on the left, I guess I have copied, which pose have I copied here? Okay, this guy walking here, I have copied this pose as a structure in here. and this is a page from my book as well. So today we'll see how to copy a pose and then draw my already existing character in the same pose, and drawing these poses will get you creating a character sheet. I also, yeah, this also, the other one, here I have modified a pose a bit, and this is what you see here. So let us if any one of you is drawing, you can draw along with me on an iPad or on paper. It will be better digitally. uh, so let us take this pose and just duplicating it in a new layer. So this is the pose, and we'll see how to copy a pose, just to know how to build the character up. So this is my character that we'll be putting in this pose here. So I have chosen a 6B pencil brush. I like to draw in red color so that my ink looks better on it. Artist B2 says, actually my name is so difficult to remember, that's why my friends call me MJ. You can also call me MJ. So MJ is a good thing to remember. I can remember that. Mrunendra, now I remember your name. Okay, so let's and this is going to be a long stream for people who are live here and also who will be watching it later, so they can draw along with me. So be ready for that. At least 1.5 hour to 2 hour long. This will go on. I hope everything works fine. So this pose, uh, you, from left you can see my reference, and here is I have recreated this. I am just gonna show how you draw the character. So first of all, when you are drawing a new pose, you try to copy the what do you call it, the line of action. So this is the line of action of this pose. So from the reference I have tilted it back a bit. So once you have this line of action, then you have the ground line. Okay, so we start. Let me just get this mic out of the way a bit. So we start from the head. This is the head. When you're I'm always drawing very scribbly, so I can adjust later. When I'm drawing the head, I also draw the direction line. So this is the line denoting the direction of the head, and the horizontal line, which is the eye line. Then we draw the torso, which is a block like so. The torso can have a front line like this, and you can cross it out, showing this is the front, so it is facing this way. Then the head, torso and the legs, these are the most important parts. So for the leg, we draw the hip first. This is the hip here, and then the leg will be like this. I'm just copying my pose here, and then the foot. I'm keeping it very loose so I can tweak it later. This foot is on top like this, raised, so only the heel is touching. Now what I mean by modifying is can go in my warp tool, use a warp, and then tweak it like this to make it more energetic, like so. I'm making sure the curvature is good. Okay, now if you can see my character, the proportion are a bit different, but first we are just copying the pose here. So the arms now, so this is the arm. I'm using ovals or cylinders for this. This is the arm resting on the hip, and the other arm is behind the body, and it goes up like this. But we are not worried about the fingers right now. So this is how you copy a pose, and you can manipulate it if you need to tweak it, like so. So when I'm drawing characters, this I'm working in levels or passes. So this is my first pass. It is just the rough layout. If I'm drawing a comic book, my whole comic book will be in this kind of form. Once I'm done with all of it and I'm happy with the poses and the proportions of the characters, then I go to the next level, which is the sketch. So right now I will first show how to draw the same thing. So I will reduce the opacity here. On a new layer I am using the same brush. So this is the flat of the head, front, then the dome, then the ear here, then the jaw is pointed downwards, like so. Unali said something. Can you read it out?
How Unali says about proportions, how many head circles you keep in mind?
So as I said before, it the proportions depend upon the character that you are doing. So if you see this, so this character is always one head, then two, then three, then almost four. So this is 3.5 tall. So if you are beginning, you need to think in form of heads, but when I draw characters, I am not thinking in circles. I am thinking in the overall height of the character. So I draw the head. Okay, I draw the head and then the torso and then the legs. So this is another basic form that I will do. And if I have to tweak it later, if I don't think this looks like the character, I can do like so, and then I get the character. So this is why we are drawing poses today, and you can see how I am putting this character, which is like the one we are drawing is not as tall as this. I mean, it is taller. This one is taller than this guy. This guy is shorter. The body proportion to the head is shorter, but this guy is taller. But we'll be making this guy look like this pose. So you'll see how I do that. Okay, we are done with the head.
Joe says, "Hi sir, big fan."
Thank you, Joe. Glad you could join this live stream. We'll just draw the eyes here for now. I'm just showing you how to copy eyes, nose, and the mouth, the eyebrows. So I drew the face only when I am okay with the proportion of the head.
Now, sorry to interrupt you. Unali asked one more question. Torso and leg side should be same.
Actually, Unali, you have my book, right? So in the book, I explain that I'll just see where I can find something to show you. These are all the character proportions that I have drawn, character art that I have drawn for the book. This is a proportion guide. So as you can see, this same character, I have created variations to show that the proportions can be as different as you want. This is the same character drawn with different proportions. So here the torso is small, here it is wider, and the legs and torso are the same size. Here the torso is bigger than the leg. So you can see this is just variation, and if you designate this proportion to a character, then you keep that proportion in all your poses. So let's get back to your. I hope that I answered your question. Otherwise, let me know. So here, let's just draw this character so we can move on to our character. I'm creating a new layer for the body so that I can change the proportions if I need to. Now I can see the shoulder starts here and I am just copying the pose. I'm showing this because a lot of you get confused as to how to copy, and the copying is the first skill you should learn before creating your own character, otherwise they will start looking odd. So if you can copy from reference, that's the first step. You need to get good at that. And my whole book is about copying from my work and then implementing that to your own characters. Okay, I will draw the this hip first here, then the leg. I'm just using my rough work as the guideline and creating the final lines.
Unali says page 34 of the book. We got it.
Okay, thank you, Nali. And we'll draw the arm now, the other arm. So this is just showing you how to copy a pose. It obviously takes practice, but there you have it. Now this is still rough work as it's a sketch, it's not the inking stage, so I can still manipulate. This is why I kept it separate. If I want to create it exactly like this pose, I can manipulate a bit like this. So manipulating your rough work in digital form does not affect your final drawing, as you will be going over it with your ink lines later. So after inking, you should avoid more manipulating, as it will blur your pixels. So here we have copied the same pose. So now I hope many of you are not doing this traditionally, because anyway I will redraw this. Now I am looking at the proportions of this guy. So I'll get it here, make him as tall as this. Okay. Now I'll redraw this starting from the line of action. So drawing this line of action here, then I draw the head, then I draw the torso, keeping it rough. This is my draft phase. Then I draw the legs. This is our basic structure again. Then the two arms. Okay, our basic structure is ready. Now seeing our character on the left here, I will increase the head like so. I'll warp it a bit. I'll fade this layer, and let's sketch our character on top of this guideline now. So I'm just drawing the front of the head. This is again the sketch stage, so I can manipulate it if needed. Drawing the hair. Now this is pretty advanced, as I am visualizing the character in a different angle. So for now just copy what I am drawing if you are not used to this. So here's my head done. So this is what I like about digital art. I can manipulate it if needed. Then I'll use another layer to draw the body. Now the collar is facing forward, so here's my collar. Then the torso, and the arm here. Now the arm of our character is thinner, so I'm drawing this thinner. It's wearing gloves, so just scribbling for now. He's wearing shorts, so this will be bigger cylinder here. Just scribbles. Okay, I think the shorts became bigger, so just selecting and changing short to shorter. Then he has skinny legs, so I'm drawing the skinny legs. And then the shoes have a bulge at the front. So there are the shoes. The other leg will be skinny like so, and the shoe will be again bulging like this. Now the other arm, thin arm with a glow, and the fingers. Now I'm seeing the body is a bit larger, so I will again tweak it a bit, make this leg straighter. I want to have that pose, bit leaning back. I guess this leg could be straighter here because it's bearing the weight of the body. Alright, and overall I'm selecting both the layers and reducing, so because I don't want to go out of the page. This is a sketch. Let's put the face on top of it, a new layer. The eyes, thick eyebrows, nose, and what's the mouth like? Freckles. Forgot the hair behind here. Okay, that is our character done. I hope you have drawn something. Just tweaking here and there a bit. If anyone has any questions, you can put them in the chat. It keeps the stream interesting. I missed the collar button here, just adding that. Alright, the sketch is done, and we will merge all these layers. Reduce the opacity, create a new layer, use black, and for inking I am using dry ink. You can find it in inking. So let's ink this guy. I need to see this, so getting him closer. On a new layer, let's do the inking now. I might deviate a bit in the inking stage as I see if I have made any mistakes. Over the eyes, I like to put a bit of white dots. Can be this side. Going back to the black. And the dots for freckles. That's the collar. The chat is pretty silent. How's it going, guys? Anyone drawing with me? Drawing the belt, then the shorts. I copy the same brush in the eraser layer by holding it, so that when I erase it doesn't change the texture. Draw to in 17 You are my biggest supporter. I'm glad you're here. So there's our shoes done and our character done. Just adding a bit of line to show the ground, and one pose is done. Let's draw a more dynamic pose from here. Maybe I'll go to a different reference. This guy. Okay, this is a bit of aggressive pose. So this character has a lot different proportions than our character, but we will definitely put our character in this. So I'm going back to my red color and creating a new layer. So
Unali is asking one more question for you. Drawing in Procreate gives more flexibility, layers and tools compared to the paper. What do you recommend paper, pencil, or Procreate?
of course, Procreate I would recommend, because any digital tool, it gives a lot more flexibility. Paper and pencil, you'll have less option of manipulating your work. But I am comfortable in drawing in paper and pencil. In fact, I have created a few videos drawing on paper and pencil on Instagram as well as on YouTube. So the thing is, if you are creating some new things, new characters, it's always good to brainstorm in Procreate or any digital medium for that matter. That's why I prefer this. So you can manipulate easily. Now here I will be drawing my character proportions looking at this reference. So this is the head and the line of action here. Then I will draw the line to face this, like that's the direction line for the head. Now the torso, here I am looking at these proportions. So the shorts is thinner and the leg like so, and I will manipulate this to our character if something goes wrong. I'll make this foot a bit more visible just to add to the silhouette. Now this arm is up like so to show the energy, and it has foreshortening so that the forearm is very short, and this is our fist. So the back hand will go out from here, and this is the other fist. Okay, does this look in the proportion of our character? Oh, I missed the socks. Thank you for reminding me. I'll go to that layer quickly. Thank you, Drawtoon17. I will put socks here and here. Okay, where is our new layer now? So if this proportion looks like our character, put a thumbs up in the chat box so I know people are watching me. I'll make the head a bit because this is in perspective. Manipulating the body a bit to show more energy. This arm can go higher. So as you can see, I'm not just drawing from reference, I am manipulating it to add more energy. So this is what you do. Of course, you will rarely find references for the poses you want. That's when you click your own pictures and have some guideline and then start manipulating. Okay, I'll reduce the opacity of this layer and start drawing our sketch on top. Now here the expression also I'll change to anger. I have a whole page on expressions in my book. It is still to, it's in part 3, so it's still to be shared with you all. Start with the hair. Very sketchy again. These three bulges in the hair are the defining characteristic of this character. So putting that, I'll copy my pencil in the eraser layer, eraser mode. This is quite a difficult pose than the previous one. The previous one was easier. So trying to get it right, and if I don't, I can just walk. I'm more used to digital art than traditional. If you have the means, why not use it, correct? Okay, I'll keep this in a separate layer and draw the body in a different layer. The collar is barely visible here. He has thinner arms and gloves again. Now the other arm is higher up here, drawing the fold of the sleeve. I guess this arm should be thinner because it's behind. And the glove here. My character has 4 fingers here. Does this look right? Thank you. Thank you, MJ and Rajesh. I know people are watching. Let's draw the shots. Live streams are only as interesting as the people who are interacting in the comments. So I hope more people join. So every one of you who is here, I am really grateful for you. And I'm gonna do these live streams more this week and next, just to finish my book and also share my process. So I don't mind sharing. We really need to practice drawing simple objects like these shoes in different angles. It's a good skill to have so that you can draw it from your head, from your mind, because not always you will have references of objects from different angles. So you need to be able to rotate objects in your mind. Looking at 3D objects is very helpful. These days you get 3D viewers in browsers where you can rotate 3D objects, and it's very useful to just have different views of things to draw. Like you have highly detailed vehicles and all, and you can draw them from different views.
Unali says, superb, amazing, and mind blowing. Super informative to see your thought process.
Thank you, Nali. That's I'm really glad you find it interesting. I always wanted to do these live streams. Instagram is very restrictive in this case, as you can't have different screens or control, and a lot of times Instagram, the stream gets lost if there's some error. Here the character has dot eyes to show anger. Anger expression you can enhance with using flared nostrils and eyes as dots. Let's see if I can flare up this nostril. Such an extreme expression.
Rajesh Pillai says, I am a late starter in sketching drawing. Started at the age of 45. An absolute beginner. Recently, he came across your IG page and this YouTube channel, and he is absolutely loving it. He will give your book a try, he said.
Thank you, Rajesh. Age doesn't matter, anyone can learn drawing. Now, I have been drawing for like since childhood, I have been drawing, but not drawing professionally. I started drawing professionally since the last 3 years only, and when I did that, I used to started spending a lot of time practicing. You can see my progress in my Instagram page right from the first post. You can scroll down. That's good thing about Instagram is you can see where the artist started and the drastic improvement from just drawing every day and creating new artwork. So that's great. I'm just tweaking this thing a bit so that the character looks like our character. So as you can see, the first one that we drew, it was directly from a pose. This one we are putting a very extreme pose into our character. I'll just scale this all down, combine it. scale down a bit. So does this look like our character, guys? Put some emoji in the chat box. Unali says never too late, Rajesh. I am also 38 late in sketching. That's great, Unali. I want to see more work from you. You seem to be enjoying this. Okay, we will not ink this one. If any one of you is drawing, you can ink it and then post it on Instagram and share it with me, and I'll share this. So we'll draw one more page in this live stream. How long has it been? It's been 47 minutes. So great. Let us do one more character. And if you want to know how to color these characters, I've shown in the previous stream with the basic coloring. This is all about poses, so I want to do one more pose. I have this guy here. So this character of mine is sort of athletic with his sneakers and his gloves. So I thought let's do a boxing pose. Here's the pose. So this is where we are using a real photo reference and draw our character in that pose. So again, new layer. We will start with the head. Just a basic round shape. Seeing our character, the reference, this is the face and this is the eye line. Just looking at the camera, at the viewer. Then the line of action, which is arch with the back, torso, and straight down. Okay. We'll draw the torso on top of this. Torso is shorter for our character. Now this leg is in front. Okay, for now just put a stick figure sort of like this. And the other leg is behind, like so. I will manipulate this a bit. I will enhance the pose, increasing the arch of the back. And maybe the body is a bit smaller. So this is how I just put the character in our proportions. Slightly smaller, and this rear leg is in perspective, that's why it's shorter. Now the hands, I'll move the whole thing below. This shoulder is up here and the fist will be here. Just drawing stick figures for now. Second fist is here and the shoulder is here. This is where I manipulate again to get the proportions right. The whole thing will scale down so it does not overlap. Let's get this character in balance. I need to capture the essence of this pose, the way he's looking at us. We'll go to the next stage and then manipulate again. So reducing this. Once we get our character drawn, we will know more if we are capturing the look. So the face is sort of like this. If you want, I can flip this character, flip horizontal, so you can see the other angle. I will scribble the hair like that. Warp it. It's giving a serious look, so I'm putting the eyebrows like that. Move the eye a bit. There's a lot of moving and warping in my thought process. Let's draw the nose. And the mouth and freckles. So I noticed that the eyes have gone a bit higher than needed. I'll select the whole facial features and reduce, warp, because the eyebrows have gone lower, so he has a bigger forehead. Just trying to get our character. Okay, creating a separate layer for the body. The front is somewhere here, so that's where our this will be collar. This is our shorts. The behind leg. And the shoe. The front leg. Oh, I missed the socks again here. Why do I miss the socks? There you go.
Jaita says, as I am late.
Hi Jaita, thank you for joining. You can always watch this stream later. I have not fixed the time for the live stream, as I'm trying out what works for people. Let's manipulate this a bit.
Rahul, I think you have forget the belt also in your second pose.
In this pose,
Yeah.
I guess the this is covering the.
Okay.
It can peak slightly here, but it's covering because leaning forward, so the shirt is covering. Here maybe we can see a bit more of the belt. I'll manipulate this a bit, but I'll use another layer for. I guess the shoulder will be on top of the head, covering the ear. The sleeve. Thin arms. My sketches are very loose because my inking will make up for it.
Rajesh says just bought your book. Will share learning and progress on Insta.
Thank you so much, Rajesh. I really appreciate it. I am, and we both are such a small creators working from our home. So I do this art stuff, and Kishori does accessories, and she sells these clay earrings right now. She's doing a special range for Rakhi this year, which will soon launch. So every time we get a sale like what you have just bought my book, I really appreciate it, and this is our main source of income. So yeah, thank you. Let's put this fist here. I just get drawings done and then I manipulate it. It's just easier than actually worrying about getting your drawings right. This is why it's difficult for me on paper, but I manage. My main art is digital. There's something off about this arm, so I'll just erase it. I guess this should be leaning forward more. Let me get this correct. See how scribbly I am. I hope you guys can see what I'm drawing. It's just fixing again and again till you get it right. Should be lower and up. This is closer to what we need. This is quite a difficult pose. Now let's fix the body. More forward. That's better. Okay, this is a lot scribbly, so let's go over it once again. Let's see how much time we have. We are crossing 1 hour right now. We can do this. collapse these two layers of the body and create one more sketch layer to just refine what we had. The socks, I keep forgetting the socks. Just add a few lines to denote the ground. Okay. This is a much refined sketch here. I hope I captured the essence of this reference pose. If you think I did a good job, put a thumbs up. Let's see how many thumbs up I get. Whew. So there you have it. We have drawn 3 poses today, and this artwork will go in my book after I finish it. I'll ink it and color it and put it in my book in the presentation section. So if you have any questions for me, please go ahead. Final thoughts. Yeah, I got a thumbs up. Yes, Unali. Unali says technically we have to draw one pose 3 to 4 times, sketch, then proper sketching, then inking. I do this every time. Yes, I do this because you get your proportions correct in the drafting phase, or what do you call? You call it the thumbnailing. That's how storyboards are made in thumbnails, and then you go over it with the second pass as the inking, not the inking, the sketch phase, or you can go over again for the refined sketch if some things are not right, and then finally the inking can come in. Inking can be like fine thin lines or thick and thin line weights like what I am doing here. So you will see this process in all my posts that I do, even for commissioned artworks. And yeah, so any other questions? So this is called the process of iteration, and most artists in this profession, they go through these stages because you can show the rough work to clients and then get their approval before you move on to the final stage. And that's always good because it's easier to manipulate your work. All right. This is it for this live stream. Thank you for all of you who have joined me today. And I will announce all my live streams on Instagram at least in the same day or a day earlier.
Rajesh Pillai says, I absolutely love the process and this helps beginners like me. Thanks for your time. Do you have any drawing courses online recorded? If yes, I will be glad to enroll.
Rajesh, I, I did. I do workshops. I have done a few workshops before, but if I do, I announce them on Instagram. There's a link in my Instagram bio which says "Learn from me." There's a little form that you can sign up by filling that form, and you will get notified by email when I hold workshops. So I haven't done any courses recorded. I prefer books, and I have created two books which are just comic books. So this is my first book, which is a tutorial book, and I have spent last 6 months working on it, and it's a long process. So yeah, you have got that book. So I hope it will help you. And I plan to move like teach more on YouTube now, just to get people interested in my work. And my personal projects will be my main source of income. So thank you Rajesh for getting my book.
Drawtoon 17 says, I will share after I complete the coloring.
Yeah, do that, Drawtoon 17. I will definitely share your work, reach me and on Instagram. And if you are seeing the recorded version of this, just do the work and show me, and I'll gladly share it on my Instagram. Thank you everyone for joining today. I will announce the next live session soon. For now, this is me signing off. And Kishore, you want to say bye?
Bye, guys.
Oh,
If
let me just switch
okay.
to the face cam scene. So Kishori was a big help today for.
Bye, guys. Yes.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.